What is up, my butter biscuits? In today's video, I changed the background lights. I kind of hate it. I don't know. I kind of feel like it looks weird, but whatever. We're going to roll with it, okay? Because I feel like I always have the same background, even though I have these lights that literally change like 15, probably 50 different colors, and I always leave it on the same thing because I really like that. But I was like, let me switch it up today, even though it looks a little bit weird. Anyways, let me not ramble. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Jaclyn Hill because she did address the inclusivity problems within her brand. And you know what's really crazy is I actually filmed, I believe it was on like Wednesday that I actually filmed my thoughts and opinions about Jaclyn Hill's summer collection. I barely uploaded it yesterday, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link right up here. But I completely forgot to mention within that video that when I purchased or did a my thoughts and opinions video about Jaclyn Hill's bronzer duos, which by the way I absolutely love, you guys know that the formulation of them, I freaking love it so much. However, I completely failed to mention that I actually complained about the inclusivity within that as well too. I believe that she only had one shade for deeper skin, so this is clearly an ongoing thing at this point. And I know a lot of people are just like, oh my gosh, like what's the big deal? Like she's a small indie brand and stuff like that. But another thing that I did mention within my thoughts and opinions video about her whole collection is it's so easy to just add on one extremely dark shade. You know what I'm saying? So that way you have all, shades covered. And I totally do understand that. I literally mentioned like 5 times within the my thoughts and opinions video. I totally understand that budgeting is a huge thing. However, if you're coming out with 5 shades, one of them could have been really, really dark. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why she didn't get that deep shade range within there. And on top of that too, I have a strong feeling, like I have read rumors before online, but I have a strong feeling that Morphe is like an investor within her brand. So y'all, she has money to come out with more shades. I just don't understand why she doesn't do it. But she addressed that, as well as we're going to be talking about Michaela, because she did make a statement about this too, because people were complaining on her Instagram post that she actually did not talk about the inclusivity. So she made 2 statements about that. So I'm going to go ahead and read that within today's video, as well as Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics or Jaclyn Cosmetics statement that she only posted on Twitter, which this is an ongoing trend, and I've said this time and time again with like Morphe and James Charles and just so many different people. Everybody addresses everything on Twitter, which is so crazy because that is their least followed platform, and I feel like that's like the perfect opportunity for them to say, hey, well, I addressed it, but I addressed it to only 100,000 followers, even though on Instagram I have like 5 million followers. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really feel like that's fair. I feel like you should post it on your largest platform so that way you're getting the message out to everybody. But I don't know. I feel like these types of things are a little bit calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going to post it just on Instagram? But anyways, I'll go ahead and read that statement within today's video. So if you guys are interested in that, of course, go ahead and keep on watching. If y'all are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that way you'll get notified when I upload a new video. And make sure I'll give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all. So the first thing that I want to go ahead and read is actually from Michaela J Makeup's Instagram page, which you guys don't know her. She actually blew up on TikTok. She is like super famous on TikTok. She has like over 5 million subscribers, but she gets like millions of views on her TikToks. She recently did a glam light collection actually, and I wanted to pick up the palette from that. However, I was a little late to the game and it sold out before I could get my hands on it, but I thought it was a very beautiful palette. And on top of that too, I have actually never tried a glam light product, so I felt like this was a perfect opportunity to try them as well as to get her palette because I thought the color story looked beautiful. However, it did sell out, but there was problems actually regarding this Jaclyn Hill collection, the summer collection, on her Instagram, because she did do a little bit of a review and she didn't address the inclusivity issues with Jaclyn's shade range. So this is what her caption said right here, because somebody did actually reply to that, which we'll go ahead and get into in just a second. But this is the caption, that way you guys know for context. Is the new at Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Haute Tropic Summer Collection worth it? As someone who has loved and supported at Jaclyn Hill for over 8 years, I am so proud of her. Watching her growth and success has been so inspiring. You can genuinely see the love and dedication Jaclyn has put into her brand since she first launched it. With each setback, she has risen up and absolutely killed it. Sellout after sellout. I truly believe no one deserves it more. This is what years of hard work looks like. This collection, along others, is stunning. Stunning. Not a single complaint. And that basically, that statement right there, not a single complaint, is what triggered somebody to comment underneath her post, which said, I mean, you can definitely complain about the shade range of the bronzers because the range is terrible. Which is crazy because obviously this is all coming up now, and once again I did film my my thoughts and opinions video on Wednesday where I was just like, okay, clearly the shade range is just not there. And it sucks that I completely failed to mention that even I said the same thing within the bronzer duos, because even within her powder bronzers it was the same thing. Like there's no, there's not a wide set of shade ranges within her collection so far, and I think that that does suck because obviously she can make it happen. Anyways, this is what Michaela responded to that person. I think it's important to understand budgeting when it comes to creating and developing products. Jaclyn Cosmetics is a newer and smaller brand compared to brands that have fully established themselves. Smaller brands typically cannot afford to have massive shade ranges. As they grow and their budget grows, they extend the ranges. In the meantime, I think she did a great job of getting the best range she could with the budget she has to work with. In the future, she mentioned she will be extending the ranges. And honestly, she did say that. I said that like a few times within the My Thoughts and Opinions video. However, if you are coming out with 5 shades, because I know that there's a huge portion of the internet that just like ride or dies for Jaclyn. And you guys know, like I have said time and time again, like I root for her in the aspect of, you know what, everybody makes mistakes. She handled her, big lipstick gate situation horribly. However, it seems like she's doing a really good job of getting her brand back on track. However, I do feel like this is worth criticizing because no matter, look, okay, I had said it within my brand. I totally understand if you have a smaller budget, like it's going to be hard for you to come out with X amount of shade ranges or X amount of shades. I totally get that. And I'll be the first one to say that. I literally have said that before about Kimchi's concealers, I believe it was, that I was like, okay, there's people complaining about this, but Kimchi, in my personal opinion, does not have Jaclyn Hill money. So I do feel like she could have came out with 6 shades of bronzers and one could have been very deep. However, she did not do that. And I feel like even if she was only going to be able to come out with 5, then one still could have been extremely deep. You get me? So anyways, she responded to this because a lot of people were saying, okay, come on, girl. Like, Jaclyn Hill has the money. If not that, then she could have obviously taken out one of the lighter shades within the bronzers and then come out with, a deep one to make that one the 5th one. But she didn't. So this is what she said right here. My comment was incredibly ignorant with zero excuses. I do believe the shade range is inexcusable and I wish I had appropriately called it out in my video. Even more so, my behavior/response towards the launch is wildly inexcusable. I 110% respect, recognize, and understand the disappointment and anger my comment has brought. In my attempt to try to rationalize why the shade range was small, I thought maybe it came down to budget, but after hearing all of the feedback, that is surely not the case. Budget will never be an issue here, so there is no excuse. I also thought about the new ABH cream bronzer line, which has only 2 additional shades, but even still the shade line up is a far more inclusive overall. And other indie brands with far lesser budgets have successfully put out inclusive ranges as well. That's another thing I wanted to know because I'm like, there is a lot of way smaller brands that are very inclusive and it's like, okay, Jaclyn does have the money. Even though I know that I said that within my video, I'm like, okay, I totally understand budgeting. But like I said, even if she only wanted to come on with 5, one could have been extremely deep. While I've looked up to and admired Jaclyn for a long time, I think it's inappropriate of me to ignore that people of color are being pushed to the side and not thought about in launches. And I will call this out going forward. I want change to be made, and going forward I will not be making any excuses for anyone because it is simply not acceptable. Working at Ulta, I witnessed daily people of color struggling to find shades that worked for them, and I hated seeing that. So my behavior in the particular comment is unjustified and I am truly remorseful. A change is absolutely needed, and I understand that my platform is larger and that I do have every ability to make call outs that can lead to change. And I will absolutely and I will do absolutely what I can to be a voice for change from now on. People of color deserve to be seen and heard with every launch that is put out there. Thank you for calling me out, and I will not let you down going forward. You have my word. Also, I do want to point out right here, this was actually just a comment, and I had to actually scroll through her comments to find it. So I do kind of, in my personal opinion, look, I'm not trying to be like picky here, but I do kind of feel like it's a little bit inappropriate for people to be putting that in a comment. I feel like she could have addressed this on her Instagram stories, or maybe she could have even posted it on her Instagram stories. However, I did just get this, so maybe she did post it on there and I just didn't see it. But I think making a comment within your comment section is, I feel like it's the least you could do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like actually talking about it or even just posting that on your stories, that way, a lot more people can actually see it, is better. But that's just my personal opinion. So this is what Jaclyn Cosmetics had to say over on Twitter, which once again, I don't think it was appropriate to post on Twitter. I do feel like that it should have been addressed on Instagram, but that's just my personal opinion. This is what it says right here. We would like to address the shade range of our sun-kissed cream bronzers. We hear your feedback and recognize the range is not broad enough. Our vision for Jaclyn Cosmetics is to create an inclusive and diverse brand that is a haven for all lovers of beauty. To ensure we deliver on that vision, we have partnered with Change Cadet, a diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI consulting firm, to look at all areas of opportunity within our business and to address our process going forward. We thank you for sharing your feedback with us and want you to know that we are committed to doing better. Jaclyn Cosmetics team. So look, I do want to point out, because like I said, I know there is hundreds of thousands of Jaclyn stans out there. I totally understand that she is going to be coming out with more shades within her permanent line, and I do feel like this is going to be an amazing opportunity for her to show that she is being inclusive within her brand. So I do hope that moving forward she actually does address this issue, as well as with her powder bronzers, because you guys know I've said it before with the powder bronzers. Honestly, y'all, out of all the bronzers I've ever tried in my whole like 13, almost 14 year of in the beauty industry, that is actually one of my favorite formulas. I feel like it is so buildable, so blurring, absolutely beautiful. I love that it's actually a neutral bronzer, because it does give warmth to the skin without being overly orange, and y'all know that is something on my channel that I complain about so much. So I really do love her powder bronzers. I do wish that she would extend that shade range as well too, because I do feel like it would be very, very nice for, you know, girls and guys out there who have deeper skin to actually be able to experience that formula, because I think it's an amazing formula. So this is something that I'm going to be looking at within her brand, because I do feel like this is 2 times now that she is being very non-inclusive towards deeper skins and deeper skin tones, and I don't feel like that's fair, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully moving forward Jaclyn does get the hint and actually does make a change within her brand, because I feel like that would be so amazing of her, and I'll be rooting for her. But up until then, y'all, I really do hope she gets it together, because this is not looking good. Like, this is 2 times now that she's like not coming through. Although I do have to say though that the product has been amazing, so I hope that she gets it together. But anyways, you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.